Hey guys, DJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World, and welcome to the last coming soon of version 11. In this video, guys, we're going to talk about what is coming this week to save the world, which is none other than the version 12 or chapter 2 season 2 update. However you want to look at it. In this video, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what we do know. I'm going to do a lot of predictions in this one because honestly, we don't have that much information. And really quickly, we're just going to go over what's leaving because that's the most important part right now, especially because we don't know anything, the amount of stuff that's leaving, which is pretty much everything. So we're going to look at that and let's get into it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for using my creator code, #EpicPartner. My creator code is DUJ2 if you guys want to help me purchasing llamas in Save the World using V-Bucks, or over in the Battle Royale shop if you spend V-Bucks buying a skin or something. If you use my creator code, I really do appreciate it because it helps me out a lot, guys. It helps me out a ton. So thank you very much. All right, so at the moment of me making this video, we are less than 48 hours from the version 12 update. Now, I did say this before. I'm going to keep calling it version 12. I'm going to keep calling it versions because it doesn't really feel like we're in the whole chapter thing. We're not really following the same timeline or the same concept as Battle Royale. We are very much on our own whole different thing. We're going to refer to a couple of different things here. The first one I'm going to go to is we're going to look at, and again, because we're trying to find out what's coming soon, the first thing we're going to look at the latest home status report, which happened on February 5th. I can't believe that's been over 10 days now. 12 days, 13 days. Goodness gracious, time flies. We're going to go all the way to the bottom. That's going to be on the update on cosmetics. So we know that the home list in the final stages are bringing outfits and black blank to your locker. And there are still a few critical bugs that need squashing before it's ready to release. Because of this, we're now aiming for the version 12.10 update for outfits. Now, I'm not going to get into this video on the whole, what we didn't get for season 9 season 9 for season 11, version 11. I'm not going to get into that because honestly, guys, yes, I will agree. Even though it's only been 4 months, and if you guys watched my video where I went through and talked about all the news and all the home-based status reports and the beats of the week and all that, our patch notes, you guys probably saw where it looks, if you just look at it from that point of view, it looks like quite a bit. It looks like a big chunk of information. A lot of content maybe, or even recycled content, but stuff, rotating. But if you're actually playing the game, it doesn't feel like that. If you're actually playing the game, it honestly feels like we've had so little new content, and something that we've been waiting for, which was the completion of the locker, which we were told was going to happen in season 11, and season 11 was extended so long, and for it not to happen, and for the fact that we're not even gonna get it at the beginning of version 12. Version 12, the 12.0, that update could last 2 weeks. It could last 4 weeks. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be 2 weeks just because they're trying to work on stuff. And because of that, I also think that we're not really going to get much of anything at the beginning of version 12. I'll get into that in a second. But the fact that that was something that was promised and talked about, and it was just, if you guys remember, I'm not going to take away from the fact that both dungeons and the Mythic Storm King and the other Storm King that we had, it was a pretty cool update. I think it's a very good, solid update, dungeons and the Mythic Storm King. It's good. It's fun to a certain point, but again, apart from dungeons, there isn't, well, in dungeons even runs out fast. As I said before many times, replayability in the game it goes downhill very, very fast. Initially we can consume the content so very fast, and then it just goes downhill. Replayability is not there in this game. So because of that, you don't really have any way of keeping things fresh, and because of that, things get very old very fast, and because of that, we find ourselves, wondering where's the content, wanting more content, and we're not getting it. So I'm not taking away from the fact that they did something pretty cool there, the fact that they spent so much time in version 10 saying just wait till version 11. Version 11 is going to be amazing. It's going to be incredible. And it had little puffs, little puffs of brilliance, but no clear shine, throughout the whole season. And potentially, I think that's what's going to happen again. I mean, that's what's been happening. So more than likely, it's what's going to happen again. We're going to have little puffs of, brilliance during season 12, version 12, but nothing that's going to continuously go unless the meta changes are really going to be that game altering as they have been set up to be. We're going to have to see. But apart from that, we do have dungeons. Okay, let's see. Dungeons and Frost Knights are leaving soon. That's very important. They're going to be leaving in version 12. So you still have a couple of days to get whatever you need to get done. Just get on it, because Thursday in the morning is when the patch is going to happen. It's all going to be over, guys. It's all going to be over. They did say the dungeons will return at a later date. Hopefully they return different and completely new content, not just recycled, but let's just face it. That's probably what's going to happen. Next, we're going to jump over to the design chat. This came out way back in December 19th, guys. Now, this has been over 2 months, almost 2 months now. And in this one is when they started talking about the meta shift and meta changes. Again, okay, so this is where I'm having a hard time thinking of how to broach this. I hope that the meta changes are something they actually follow through with, like they did with the hero loadout and the UI changes. They talked about it way before they actually came out. It took a little while for them to actually, come out and doing everything. But I gotta say, I honestly have to say, the hero loadout, I really enjoy what they did with it. Even though it was a big change, it was hard for me to get used to. I appreciate they did that though. The UI changes too, it wasn't so bad, although I still feel like there's still some holes there. For example, in the upgrades, it would be wonderful if we had a little bit more here, like these here. It feels like this feels clean, right? Like this feels clean, guys, right? Like, okay, yeah, they did some cool stuff here. They put a little time and effort into actually, setting things up and preparing things for us and everything. So this is pretty cool. And then you go over to the tools and it's like there's nothing. Honestly, just in the pickaxe one, they could have had the different pickaxes showing. I don't know. I feel like there could have been just some sort of different animation here. As well as, to be perfectly honest, this also needs an upgrade. This needs definitely some work here. So, like with the UI changes and everything, it feels like there was definitely a lot of work done, but it just feels like they didn't have enough time to finish everything, polish everything off, which, according to what they've told us at the beginning of version 11, that's no longer the case. Now, because they're on a different time schedule, which I'm going to talk about in a second, than Battle Royale, we're supposed to be getting much more polished, much more finished content. That remains to be seen. I will say though, like I said, Mythic and Dungeons seem pretty polished. The replayability wasn't there, but they did seem pretty polished. Frost Knight, Crackshot's Neighborhood seemed pretty polished. Frost Knight, of course, we're just returning with different modifiers. It is what it is. And of course, the Smasher changes in version 11 came to just completely change all of our thought process and everything. All right, so the last thing I'm going to talk about right now is like I said, I want to talk about this. What do I think is going to happen in a couple days on Thursday on version 12? I personally feel like we're going to get nothing. Now, we might get some sort of a little spring event or something. I don't think we're going to get any quest lines right off the bat. I could be very wrong. I have been many times before, but I kind of think what's going to happen is we're going to have what used to happen back in like seasons 5, 6, 7, where the first couple of weeks we will get, for using tickets, which are going to be the spring tickets this time. For using spring tickets, we're going to get maybe a legendary troll llama or something that we can use them on. My recommendation is save your tickets, and in about 2 weeks we'll get the first version 12 update. Now, It's possible too that it's going to be 4 weeks. It'll be 4 weeks, 4 more weeks of winter. It'll be 4 weeks of nothing. If version 12.1 will be coming out 4 weeks later, then more than likely what's going to happen is we will get some sort of little quest line or something, which most people will finish in about 8 hours or less, and that'll be it. Again, no more replayability. I want to believe that version 12 is going to begin with the second part of the meta changes. We've already seen the first part of meta changes. Ability was increased and health in heroes. The smashers are smarter. The propane tank thing, the trap thing. It's possible to the version 12 we're going to see those two traps come out again. The sound wall and the tar pit trap. It could start with that. Also, the other thing is we did have confirmation that Lynx will be coming back in version 12, but not right away. We did have confirmation that she will be showing up in the shop soon after version 12 releases, so it won't happen right away at version 12. Right now, we have no real confirmation of anything that's going to start at version 12, but we're gonna have to wait and see. And the last thing I want to say right now is something that I've kind of been thinking about for a while now. I honestly, you know, we say a lot about how Save the World doesn't really have content, there's no updates, etc., and you guys know that I have always defended the developers. I have, because I do believe that developers that work on Save the World or have worked on Save the World in the past, you guys can tell that it is a labor of love. Our characters, our weapons, our schematics, everything is so beautiful. It's so in depth. The storylines are well written. The voice acting, of course, is wonderful. It's really great. I really do think that whoever has been working on those things like that has really put a lot of themselves, time, effort, and I appreciate that. The fact that the updates are very few and far in between, that's a whole other problem. I think that's more on the Epic corporate side, you know, like them deciding how much time and money are we going to invest on Save the World. That's up to them though. But the actual developers, the people who code this, the people who work on this game, thank you very much. You guys have done a fantastic job. Having said that though, since season 10, I think something happened. I think that we've known for a while now that the Save the World development team has been reduced and shrunk quite a bit. But ever since season 11, I believe that I honestly believe there's no longer a dedicated Save the World team. I think that there's a Fortnite developer team as a whole, and they probably have a list of things that they want to hit. Something like, you know, the Battle Royale, Battle Pass, LTM, Save the World mission or quest line. And then creative, Battle Royale, Save the World content. Battle Royale, creative, Battle Royale, Save the World backpacks. You know, so I think that that's probably like on their whiteboard what they see, and they're working and developers as a team, and the Save the World things are just sparsely put in there. And because of that, I think that's why we've seen also so many more connections to them. Whenever we see issues in Save the World, they're also happening in Battle Royale more. Of course, they're getting fixed in Battle Royale, but not for us. But I think that's also why they've discontinued or they've forgotten a lot of the older issues. There's still some bugs that have been there for just years now, and of course we still have some major issues, you know, the trading, the scamming, the duplicating, all that stuff, and as I've always said, the balance in the game is completely off. But it makes sense if they're not focusing on that, if they're focusing on balancing Battle Royale, which of course you can't have 3 different games on the same scale. Balancing one is gonna unbalance the others. It's just how it's gonna happen. So I kind of honestly believe that's what's happening right now for Save the World. We probably don't even have a dedicated development team anymore. There is a general Fortnite team, and when they get to Save the World, they get to work on Save the World, and that's just how it's going to be. So version 12, again, guys, and this is something very important, I'm not expecting anything huge. Even if we get something really great, like, you guys know we were waiting for the Mythic Storm King for so long, and we don't really play it that much. Again, replayability in that. Frostite, so many people were really waiting for Frostite. They were so incredibly excited for it to return, and that was it. I mean, it wasn't really that exciting once we get there. So we can build stuff up, we can really hype things up, but honestly, and this is something that I want to finish with, play for fun, guys. I play for fun, and for me, the way that I keep this game fun is I get to play with all you guys. I jump into matches, I start streaming, and then people jump in with me, and we just do missions. We just do general missions. We do a lot of retrieve data. You guys know we do a lot of jail builds, but we do a lot of other missions too, just for the fun of doing the missions. We have fun. If people just want to play with me, we can play together. And a lot of times we take people who are much lower level into other missions. Once people get bored of doing that, you know what? We'll maybe one day we'll do war games, or we'll do. I don't know if I want to do. What's it called? Not that durability. What are the long ones that you defend your endurance missions? I really can't stand endurance missions. I can't sit there and just wait for hours, and it just I can't do it. So maybe one day we'll start doing endurance missions, or we'll help other people do their SSDs. I still have SSD 98 done. So there's still a lot of content for me to consume in the game, just because I play the game in a different way. But I will say this to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys have seen that my Save the World content has been reduced. And if there isn't anything that I want to make content on, guys, then I'm not going to. And I do want to make that clear, because a lot of people say there's no content to be made in Save the World. Like, you can't make content from nothing, and I have to disagree, because this game is so huge. There's so much to talk about. As a content creator, I could make a video about I have a list with like 70 something ideas, which I want to get to, but there's like literally there's 70 something, I think it's like 74 ideas on my list of videos that I want to make for Save the World. So there's so much content there to be made, but that's how I look the game. The day that the game is no longer fun, the day that it's no longer fun for me to make content to Save the World, you guys will probably stop seeing me make Save the World content. And as you guys know, I make content on a lot of other games. And if one day the game is no longer fun for me to play, then I'm not going to play it. That's just the reality of it. I'm going to make content for this game as long as it's fun to make content for it, and I'm going to play it for as long as it's fun for me to play. I'm hoping version 12 will be good. I can't even say anything else apart from that, and we'll have to wait and see. But we will see very soon, won't we? Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. This has been Fortnite Save the World. Going through a little bit of the coming soon. Just real quick, if you do want to see, don't forget that pretty much everything is going. All the storylines are going to go away. Frostnite's going away. Dungeons are going away. Holly Jolly Ransom, Seasons Hauntings, Misfit Toys. If you need to get it, get those done. And of course, everything in the llama shop, everything in the items is going to go away, and the weekly items. So make sure to purchase all that fun stuff before it goes away. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. I really appreciate you guys. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, please do me a huge favor and have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, if you want to see what I recommend to buy here, check out my must-have video that I released a few days ago. It has all the information of what I recommend to get before it goes away. See you guys.